Hello guys, this is Mike from Deathless Gaming, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing Heroes and Generals. If you please, cue theme music. Alright, so let's talk about what is Heroes and Generals. Well, it's a real-time strategy FPS, and I am going to explain what that really is in a moment. It was released in July 11th, 2014, so that's kind of its official beta release, you could say, because technically it's still in beta and its main release has not come out. But right now the beta is pretty enjoyable to play, so that's why I recommend you download it. So how does the RTS work with the FPS? Well, you basically have generals in high command, and they will command soldiers who are in the lower area of command. So basically, as you can see on the RTS map I'm showing you, there'll be fights, and they'll basically jump into those fights with another general, such as the Germans, since this is set in World War II. And the computer will then pick the map it's based on, and you will go into a first-person game and basically fight the Germans until one of you either runs out of soldiers or conquers all of the territory, and that will give you one base towards your general. Now, keep in mind they don't have like 1,000 maps. They have about, I'd say, 20 and maybe 15. And they switch those around each time you fight. So it's pretty good rotation, but it can get boring. So what do I like about this? Watch some tank gameplay in the background, and you'll see it's pretty fun aspect. So it's got tanks, air, and people. Now, the generals command what you deploy in a fight. So you can have a fight via just infantry, because that's all the generals can send your way. Or you can actually have like just tanks and infantry or air and infantry, and that's all up to the general on how much resources he wants to send towards your fight. So it's very realistic. The lives are limited, so that basically means respawns, and that will help you and basically give you a feel of like a real war. So once you run out of lives, that's pretty much it for your side, and that's really nice. RTS FPS, well, that part, the real-time FPS, it actually has an end game. So the fight between America and, let's say, Germany will actually usually last only a few days, and then it will, believe it or not, end. So every, like, I'd say week to a few days, the entire map resets because one person has totally conquered the other. And that's all dependent on how many generals, which are actual people, are currently online and are fighting each other. So let's say all the American generals walked offline. The German generals would completely annihilate them because, well, it's just they're not sending any help or they're not playing the strategy. So it's really realistic. It's another thing is it's kind of like Arma 3. Not really, because a lot of components of Arma 3 are extremely realistic, but with this game it gives you kind of that feel because there are basically no enemy icons, so when you aim down sights at a person, it has no icon of if it's an enemy, and that's really nice. So that allows you to hide in bushes and like stay hidden and snipe people for a really long time, or make a really nice ambush, and that's a really nice aspect of the game because in real life, when you play video games versus real life, it gets really annoying, you know, how there's a giant gleaming icon saying it's an enemy. When you play like Airsoft with your friends, you can't really do that, and it's much harder. And this gives you that really nice feel of an actual war, and it's really nice immersion. Now, sadly, there are friendly icons. I would prefer there wouldn't be, so it'd be like a little bit like Red Orchestra, but you know, you can't have everything. It's got a good level system, I have to say. It's not pay to win, and if you grind hard enough, you will get high up in the game. So that's another thing I like about it. It's not pay to win, but it is free to play, so I'll include the link of the download in the description so that you guys can, if you like this game, can start playing it. The guns are good. I personally like the M1 Grand because it's semi-automatic and it's extremely OP for just a basic gun, and it's really a beautiful rifle. And they did try to make all the realistic variations of the guns of World War II in this simulation. Let's talk about what I don't like about it. Graphics, it is in beta, but really the graphics aren't as good as they could be. And I think they can improve it. It's just one of those things that they could probably, it would take them a long time, but in one update they could change it so that it all looks 10 times better. Not enough maps. 15 maps sounds like a lot, but after a couple fights, it can start to get boring. Confusing it sometimes. I think a lot of the times people don't like this game because it's confusing, but once you play it long enough, it really isn't, and it becomes really fun and actually addictive. Logistical problems. One of the really annoying things is if your general doesn't supply enough jeeps, you have to walk all the way to the fight, and that can be really annoying in situations where you have to walk like a mile, and that's a problem I think they're going to have to solve, or you have to have some way of transportation, but they do try to fix it, but it can get really annoying sometimes. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10 brownie points. It's pretty good, and I recommend you download it, but it doesn't mean it's perfect, and I think a lot of things could be improved. That's pretty much it, guys. So if you like this review, leave it in the comments. If you think this review could be improved in any way, please tell me. If you like my videos, please subscribe. I do reviews and a number of guides for other games. This is Mike from Deathless Gaming, signing off.